What's going on, rock stars? Blue Rocker Guitars coming at you. Well, up on the bench. Yes, it's been a while since we've seen this one, probably 6 months, which is fine. The client's not in a major hurry. There's been a lot of discussion back and forth during that period of time, what to do, what not to do, that kind of stuff. We were going to go with a classic white. Well, not a classic white, but a bright white with a bright white binding and triple pickup kind of thing. That's changed. So, yeah. And now we're going to go with the classic 1963, I believe. Triple pickup classic SG, which, has that cream color with the cream binding, that sort of stuff. So took off the white binding, obviously, as you can see. And, discovered another issue. Something that obviously needed to be addressed. Surprising enough, it's just, I didn't see it at first. There was a slight, not crack, but altercation. Well, let's just say there was a slight screw up. It wasn't mine. And that's kind of what you see going on here. Apparently, on this side of the neck, there was wood that was added in there, and it offset the neck, obviously. So we had to go take that wood out without taking the fingerboard entirely off. So that took some time. And then we're resetting this right now, so that's why you can see some glue right there. This way, the fingerboard fits perfectly flat. See if I can get it in focus here. Yeah. So now the fingerboard is perfectly flat through here. And it wasn't before. And it was hard to see because the actual pieces of wood that were in here were actually dark, like the ebony. And when you looked directly down the headstock, you saw that was cocked, which was not good. Not good at all. And I didn't notice it right away because we were just doing bindings and doing some basic binding stuff, and it was also very dark. So didn't detect it. And I was straightening out the neck, putting the frets in, that kind of stuff, getting refretted, getting set up, and I had the neck pretty level, and was looking down the neck from the top of the headstock, which I typically do, and I noticed it was a little cocked. It was like, kind of up on this side. I was like, okay, that shouldn't be there. It's like, what the hell? And after, real close inspection, I saw that someone, I don't know how they did that. They put wood in there apparently, and then it was, obviously it was ebony, and they sanded it smooth and stuff, and you really didn't notice unless you looked at the top of the headstock. You couldn't see it because it was minute. It was only, like just a little bit, like, a mil or two. And it just was like, it's strange. So, after a close inspection and looking at the area, I was just like, oh, why did they do that? I don't know why they did that. I don't know why people do what they do sometimes. It amazes me. It's like, yeah, no, you can't do that. So maybe there was wood missing there. They thought they'd fill it in with some more wood. It's like, no. So I had to get in there, clean all that out, which took a little while. And now I'm re-gluing that down. And yeah, I know I'm not using hide glue, and I know that's kind of their thing. And it's just a small area that needed to be addressed, so we're not using hide glue. We're just using, Tight Bond original, which is fine because it'll hold that perfect. And then we can straighten the neck back out, level everything out, make sure it's all good to go, and then we can add the cream binding that's going to go on the guitar. And Gibson obviously adds the binding last. They put in the frets and then they add the binding last, and they cut out the little thing over the frets and whatnot. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, we're gonna do it the classic way, and then we still have to do the headstock. Have to actually get some ebony, and there's a company out there that makes these things, but they're a little pricey. They're like $400. I mean, they're probably perfect. Don't get me wrong, but this is a repair job and this is a paint job. We're not going to get that involved with that, so I'll just go ahead and make it. I have access to CNCs and I have the logos and everything else, so I'll just make it myself and save probably 100 and, well, actually I'll say probably 200, 250, 300, close to 300, because it doesn't, ebony I have in stock, so it's, it's not that expensive. And I got the CNC, so we could just cut it out and do it just like Gibson would. Well, they probably did I don't know if they did the ebony. Well, they did ebony, but I don't know if they did the actual perlade cut out and then laid in. They might have had a perlade small, maybe go on top. I'm not sure how they did it back then. I wasn't around back then in 1963, but we're gonna do it perfectly. That's all I gotta say. It'll look perfect, and yeah, it's not an actual 63, so yeah, it's a 70, 3-piece neck. So we're just going to make it look like a 63. So that's what he wants. Hopefully it'll come out. Well, I know it'll come out perfect. There's no hope about it. It'll come out superiorly awesome, because that's what we do. We do awesome. We do superiorly awesome. And yeah, we'll get it dialed in, get the binding on, get the Gibson headstock laminate made, and the ebony laminate with the Gibson logo and all the jazz, and make it perfect, and then we'll paint it up. It should be beautiful. Now we're not actually going to do any checking or things of that nature. I can do that even with polyurethane. Yeah, I know, it's my little secrets. No, you can't know. So we're not going to do the actual checking. We're going to make it as new as possible. And I did put stainless steel frets in, and I know it didn't come with stainless steel frets in 63, and I don't think the client really cares. I think he likes the stainless steel upgrade, and so, I mean, it's basically the same size frets that were in there, just a little bit bigger, and they'll be stainless steel, and they'll look good. They'll last a long time. And yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we decided to do. That's what we're going with, and yes, it'll be awesome. So, an update on this. And yeah, we're not trying to do an exact copy of a 63, because that would take a lot more money and be a lot more involved. And yeah, we're not doing that. But the average Joe is not going to tell the difference, quite honestly. After I'm done with it, you're not going to notice it. It'll look brand new. It just won't be an actual 63. So, yeah. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave your comments below. Hate it, love it, whatever. This is what we're doing with it. This is what we decided on. That's what's going to get done. It'll look fantastically awesome when it's done. Can't wait to see, or show you. Can't wait to show you. You can't wait to see. Yes, there'll be more coming. So, yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we will catch you on the flip side, man. See ya.